50,000!
Oh, hello folks, welcome back to the Terror Dome. I'm not really feeling it today. I was going to start making videos in preparation for the release of Godzilla King of the Monsters, but then I looked at my collection and I just got depressed. You know, it's not complete, this collection. I'm not entirely satisfied with it. And there are several minor reasons for that, but there's one major one for it. You know the minor ones? The new Netflix animated trilogy of Godzilla films? Well, I'm waiting for the box set for that to be released, and then I can pop it on top, you know. And I will make reviews for the parts 2 and 3 of that trilogy. I know I've done part 1, which is on this channel, but I'll get round to doing the other 2 at some point. After I've seen the third one, maybe. And Son of Godzilla, I don't own. I've seen that movie. I don't like it. I don't want it to be a part of my collection. I don't think I'm going to be sitting down to watch Son of Godzilla anytime soon. And as for Godzilla 1985, this one here, or Godzilla 1984 as it's sometimes known, or Return of Godzilla, or Godzilla The Legend is Reborn. You know, I own this one, as you can see here, on VHS, but I don't own the DVD. And that's frustrating. I want it on DVD so I don't have to watch it on this outdated format, which the machine I have for this is broken, so I can't watch this. I have it, it's just like a lump of wood in the middle of my collection. But what's really, really grinding my gears is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. It's the bane of my existence. You know, I can find it online. I have access to the internet here. That's how I watch the next Netflix Godzilla films. But I'd have to spend hundreds to get it. And I'm not doing that. No DVD is worth hundreds. No single movie is worth hundreds. So I'm frustrated. It's one of the most famous Godzilla films, and I've never seen it. I actually own a t-shirt of the movie. I have a t-shirt of this film, but I've never seen it, and I don't own it. So I'm annoyed. Just annoyed. Because I'll never own it. The only way I could logistically get it is if I was able to get to Japan somehow and see for myself if I could find it in their shops. That's impossible. I'm out here light years away from Earth. There's no way I can get to Japan. I'm just going to have to be sans Mechagodzilla for the rest of my life. Hang on a second. I've got an idea. Oh, okay. I'm really excited, folks. It looks like it's going to work. What I've built here is what I'm calling the Biomatter transporter. This machine will break my mind down into ones and zeros and project me back on Earth, in Japan, via a hologram. So I'll be there, I'll have a presence on Earth, and that means I can shop for this DVD and I can finally see if I can own Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. So I've got the visor here, which I can see Earth. I've got the headphones here, that means I can hear it, and I've got this controller, which means I can walk around. Now, it must be noted for you guys watching this, there's going to be a bit of a time dilation between where we are on the Pterodome and where Earth sits. Between those two points in the universe, the time gets a bit wibbly wobbly. So while it might not seem like a long time here, me experiencing this on Earth, I'm going to be there for some time, so I'll get to walk around Japan and see if I can spot anything else Godzilla related. See how the Japanese embrace this iconic character that they brought to the world. So yeah, better get to it. Actually, no time like the present. I hope this fits over the headphones. Oh, ow, oh. Okay, yep, that'll do. And then got the controller. Alright, let's begin. Where's the on button? Wish me luck, folks. Oh. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Oh wow, this is great. Wow, that was an experience. I don't know what it looked like for you guys, but Japan is an amazing country. And I did it. I got the DVD. But there was an issue. When I was on Earth, towards the end of my trip, after I'd found the DVD, I start to think to myself, like, how am I going to get this DVD to the Pterodome? Because I can't break it down digitally and bring it back with me. It's not like Nightmare on Elm Street where they grab Freddy's hat in the dream and then when they wake up they've got his hat in the real world. That's not how it's going to work. So how am I going to get it to the Pterodome? So what I did is I used some advanced engineering of myself, and I built a rocket and I shot the package with all the Godzilla bits that I found, because I found more than that DVD that I wanted to own, and I shot it into space. So what we need to do now is go and intercept the package that is somewhere floating at specific coordinates, and then I'll pick up the package, bring it on board, we'll open it and have a look. So okay, let's go see if we can find it. I can't believe it worked, guys. We found the package and it's in great nick. It didn't get hit by an asteroid, it didn't get destroyed, it didn't get frozen over. The odds of that happening are like 1 in a guguplex, but here it is, and I'm going to open it up and show you guys what Godzilla related items I bought when I was in Japan. What a crazy idea. Can't believe it worked. Right, so now I'm just going to have to be careful with this. So as I mentioned a minute ago, I actually wanted to see what Godzilla related stuff I could see when I was over in Japan. One of the first things I actually saw when I was in Tokyo there was this like strange little Godzilla type character on the side of a building, and I believe, now someone in the comments could correct me here, I believe that was something to do with the 2020 Olympics that they're going to be holding in the near future. But someone will have to correct me on that. But that was the first Godzilla thing I saw. And the place, my hotel where I was staying in Tokyo was right next to Toho Cinemas, or a Toho Cinema, I believe it's a chain over there. And there was this big mural of the Heisei era Godzilla, and I believe it's the one from Godzilla vs. Biomatter, was up on the wall, and I thought that was really cool. And there was a little convenience store right next to it called Family Mart, and you'll find Family Marts everywhere in Japan. But I went in there for some food, and behind the counter was a giant Shin Godzilla, and then hanging randomly, and I mean randomly from the ceiling in this convenience store, were just loads of models of Godzilla about this big. It was really cool, although they were kind of gathering dust. It was a little bit sad. But then I noticed that on top of this building was a 1-for-1 scaled Godzilla head. There was a giant full-sized Godzilla head on the top of this building, and I believe there's a hotel there as well, and people can stay in the hotel, and there's some rooms where his claws are coming through the wall, because the way the head is positioned on the roof, he has one claw over the edge and he's looking over, and the other hand is in the building. It's meant to look like he's coming over the buildings, if you stand at a certain point in the street. So I got to have a good look at that. And then one morning, I actually went up and I had breakfast right in the restaurant, right next door to that head. And it was insanely cool. And I went outside and I managed to get some pictures of the size of his head. And it was really intimidating. And what I really appreciated was, it was actually the Heisei era Godzilla, which is my favourite incarnation, I think. But I saw that, and then I did go visit Tokyo Tower, which was really neat, because that, I wanted to go see that because it appears in the end of King Kong Escapes, where Kong and Mechanicong are climbing up Tokyo Tower, and they smash it to bits as they fight. So I wanted to go see that. But yeah, in terms of the DVD stores and stuff, when I went hunting, I saw Godzilla films everywhere, but they were sort of in tiny little chunks. They never really had a full set. There was only one shop I went into where they had a box set of Godzilla DVDs that was called the Godzilla Final Box or something. I don't think I took a picture of it, unfortunately, but I believe it had all the Godzilla films from number 1 all the way up to I believe Shin Godzilla. It was a relatively new box set, and so then I was the hunt is on for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and well, let me open this package and I can show you what I got. So, so good to see. So first off, I will start off by showing you this. Now, I got this tiny little King Ghidorah keyring, and I think it's really, really neat. It was just something I wanted to get, and I think it's really cute looking, and I'll be putting that on my set of keys for the Terradome as soon as possible. And then I was looking for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla for quite some time. There was many DVD shops I went into, and I was looking around trying to see if I could find this DVD, and to no avail. I would look through them, and I love the designs. Of the DVD cases, should I say. I wanted to buy them all, but obviously I was on the hunt for the specific one. In Tokyo, there's the Godzilla store. Now I managed to go into the Godzilla store, and they had a list of all the DVDs, including Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. However, it didn't have an English dub, or it didn't have English subtitles. So I thought, well, I know it's in here, so if I don't find it in an old version or something that has English subtitles or an English dub, I'll come back and go there. But then I had to look around the Godzilla store, because this store was just designed for everything Godzilla, and it was a fan's sort of superstore, and I had to buy something. And because I was on the hunt for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, I managed to pick up this book, which is a kind of effects book of Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla from 1974, and you open this thing up, and it has pictures of the the characters here, and it has like the poster. And why I bought this as well, I mean, this is really cool. Like, you get all pictures like this of like the two Godzillas fighting. But why I wanted this is it not only had it in like text in Japanese, it has text in English, so I could actually read it. And then they have like these really cool Mechagodzilla like pictures here of the suit, and you know, other pictures of it in color or when it's on set, and pictures of them fighting, which is like here. And it's just like a really nice like picture book. And I saw this and I thought, well, if I don't get the DVD, you know, that would be a good memento. So that was what I picked up from the Godzilla store, and I thought that was a really neat find. And they had all of the movies in this format, but I only wanted to pick up this one because, you know, it's the one I've been looking for the most. Now, I also went into a souvenir store, and I managed to pick up this. I believe it's called a hand towel, but I think I will just hang this up somewhere. You know, just in general. But this I thought was really, really cool. So Godzilla is like attacking these men on a boat, and you can see Mount Fuji in the background. And I just thought that was a really, really cool sort of piece of fabric to like hang up and maybe even frame. It just looks really neat. And again, it's the Heisei era Godzilla, you know, with the certain specific muzzle and the double teeth. And you can see it says Godzilla in the corner there. But I thought this was really neat and a really cool, you know, interesting gift to find. And I wasn't expecting this. So hunting the actual DVD for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in itself was quite difficult, because the DVD, would you believe, is quite rare over there as well. I believe it's had like several different releases, and when I was doing research while I was over there on my phone, I came to realise that the English dub version of this DVD, or a English subtitled version of this DVD, is only available, you know, on VHS from years ago, and bootleg DVDs where people have like added their own subtitles onto it or whatever. So like the actual legit version of this film with English dub and stuff might be available elsewhere in the world, maybe like America, but in Japan all of their DVDs are in Japanese pretty much. So I sort of came to the realization that, you know, I'm going to be picking up this DVD, but unfortunately for myself, it's going to be an all Japanese version. So I ended up finding this shop in what is known as Electric Town in another part of Tokyo towards the end of my trip. And there was this store I went into, and this guy had like this wall of Godzilla related stuff, and he had so many of the films, and I was just flabbergasted by what I was seeing.
I did it! I discovered the biggest collection of DVDs of Godzilla and Gamera yet. Is it here?
And I finally picked up Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla on DVD. It's in Japanese, but I thought, do you know what? It's better than not having it in your collection at all. Now, I bought this for 2,500 yen, which works out to be about 20 pounds or so if you're from the UK, or about $17 if you're from the US. So much better than paying hundreds for it. But I am so happy I finally have this one on DVD. I can add it into my collection. I'm going to watch it today, and then I'll probably talk about it in the future. So there we go, guys. These are the 4 things that I bought from Japan that are Godzilla related that I felt like I wanted to own. You got the little Godzilla, the little King Ghidorah keyring, the Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla picture book. You've got this lovely mural of Godzilla on this piece of fabric, and you've got Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. I'm really chuffed with these finds. There was so much more stuff that I could have got while I was over there. There was stores, especially in Tokyo, there were stores everywhere which had like Godzilla stuff all on the outside, like action figures and all that sort of stuff. And they were actually reasonably priced. I think for 1,000 yen or 1,100 yen, you could pick up like a Godzilla action figure or something. But I was like, no, I don't want to get any of that. If you are looking to go to Japan to hunt Godzilla items, I recommend going to the Godzilla store in Shinjuku. It's in like a department store, I forget the name now, but if you Google it, you'll find it very easily. There's also a place called Don Kyoto, a store right on the corner of Godzilla Road, where you can see the head on top of the roof. There's like a little sort of shop on the corner, and it has a lot of stuff on the outside. They're even playing like clips from Shin Godzilla, above all the action figures and stuff, so you can pick stuff up there. But actually, like a lot of Godzilla stuff you can actually find all over the place, just in little drips and drabs. But the actual DVDs, they are sort of quite hard to come by if you want to. I was expecting to go up to a shelf and see all 30 odd Godzilla films, sitting on a shelf, and then I'll be like, there it is. But they are actually quite spread out, and the box sets, they're quite hard to find. I was actually looking for Godzilla 1985, and I found it on Blu-ray, but I did not find it on regular DVD. And in terms of regions and what my DVD player here on the Pterodome can play, I have a region 3 DVD player, hence why I can watch this, although I do believe this is region 2. Oh no, it's region 1. But Blu-rays are a whole different story. I don't have a region 3 Blu-ray player, so I wouldn't have been able to watch it anyway. So I'm going to be on the hunt for Godzilla 1985 on DVD. But yeah, the Son of Godzilla, the other one I don't own. I saw that everywhere, but I didn't want to own it. And the new Godzilla animated films, they had these huge like box sets of the first two, and interestingly enough, the third one was actually out in the cinema while I was there. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to really go watch it, and I know it's coming to Netflix, so I'll probably catch it when it comes over here. And also, it wouldn't have had English subtitles or be dubbed, so I'd have been watching it in Japanese, not really knowing what they're saying. So I'm going to wait for the English version to come out before I watch that, and then I'll wait for the box set to get it. So yeah, overall, I would say hunting Godzilla in Japan has been very fun, and seeing what they have over there. Godzilla wise. I also saw this Godzilla statue. I almost forgot this. This Godzilla statue was in just outside the restaurant where the big Godzilla head was. They had this statue of the Heisei era Godzilla standing over this like model of a city that had been destroyed, and there was a sign next to it that said like that Godzilla was the manager of the hotel. So I thought that was really neat, and I had a picture with that as you've just seen. But yeah, this collection of mine, this Godzilla DVD collection, has been quite interesting over the years, finding bits and pieces for it. And it's not over yet. As I said, I've got the animated series to get, or the animated film, sorry, to get in the near future, and maybe I'll have to go back to Japan to hunt Godzilla 1985 on a more, not on Blu-ray. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back for that one DVD, or yeah, I didn't even think about that. What Jurassic Park specific items were there in Japan? I probably missed loads. Oh man, I'm just gonna have to make another trip, but that'll be for the next video. Anyway, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be watching Godzilla vs Mechagodzilla. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like this video, and let me know in the comments below if you've been to Japan and what Godzilla items you've found. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you would like to help support more videos like this one in the future, and my animated dinosaur series Dino Defenders Extreme, please click on the link to my Patreon in the description down below. If you don't want to help support, please, if you can, spread the word, because that would help me also. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and look forward to more in the future.